Thanks for that follow. I appreciate it on Kick. All right, boys. Let's fucking get into it. You guys are doing well. Little impromptu stream today. I figured it'd be a good idea to get in here and talk to you guys a bit because the market's in a fucking crazy spot for Bitcoin. So good to get in here while the market's closed. The main markets are closed, and I can concentrate on you guys a little bit. Hope you guys are well. EJ, what's up, brother? Everything good in my world, man? A little bit busy today with my the villa rental business, but I got staff on the case now too, so it's all good. Yeah, we're just coming into high season, so it's gets a little fucking crazy when you're running a bunch of villas. I'm just the director too, like I'm not the actual one doing the work, I'm just doing the organizing. I had my days wrong, man. I thought it was gonna be London Open, and I get here and I'm like, oh fuck, it's Sunday. I didn't even know. So no trading today, so I was like, oh fuck, I'll just stream anyway, man. It's fine. Try to get a little in here for you guys. So, you know, Bitcoin's just in a crazy spot, dude, right? Like we've taken out the highs. This weekly candle closes soon, like in the next 12 hours. So if we don't see a run, if we don't see a 12-hour close above 109, get ready to take shorts because it's gonna dump. Same like what happened over here, you know what I mean? When they made new highs, but they closed it below, it dumped, right? So this is scarier though, because like they've already dumped and they pumped, and if they still can't close it, we're probably gonna test down here, man. I mean, not for sure, but like that would be the final target, right? These are the targets on the way down, right? This, tops of this. So that's kind of where we're at. You're just waiting for this 12-hour or this weekly candle close. You can see that on the lower time frame, they've already rejected this, right? They're rejecting the previous high. So they already rejected it, made new lows. I think this is, let's just see on the 1 hour, man. Maybe on the 1 hour, they're trying to make a comeback here. Yeah, so they're trying to hold this on the 1 hour. So you can see right here, 1 hour, they made it new low, took liquidity here, pumped it into the previous all-time high, dumped it, and then couldn't make an hourly close here. So they're trying to hold on, but this is pretty weak, man. Really. That's why this pumped, because this gave you a signal for higher. So there was a trade to be had here, but it's like a trade, not like a, you don't know, right, for if it's going to go very much higher than this. Trades are kind of already underway for the shorts. I will be looking to get short if I'm just waiting for the monthly or the weekly close. If the week if the week closes below this 109.6, then I'll be looking to take big hedge positions against my spot on Bitcoin and on Ethereum. So we shall see. We shall see. It closes soon. Closes 7 p.m. Eastern, I believe. So that's in like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's in like 4 hours. So we're gonna know a lot more in 4 hours. If they close it down where we're at now in 4 hours, it's not gonna look very good. We'll be looking to get shorts and targeting the next major level down is 98. I guess there's a little something here, but I honestly think that would be going to 98 down in here. This is the last time that they took off. Yeah, so like right here, 98. Yeah, makes sense. So we'll see. I don't have too much faith in this play right now. Really just gonna wait to see how the monthly closes or how the weekly closes. So how about you, PJ? Any trades? Any questions? You're having problems with the marking out things, or what? What's the deal? You're the only one here, brother, so it's just me and you. What do you want? What do you want to know? Yeah, there's a few places that you can put the stop loss, but I can break it out for you again if you like. So just look at Bitcoin here on the hourly, just because that's the chart we're on. This shit is like fluid, right? Like it happens on every time frame. So the hourly, we made a new hourly high here. This is the swing, right here. So we made a new hourly high here, but didn't make a close. So we're still inside this containment. Right, this is the trend that we're looking to hold. So you can see here they blasted through it. I think they lost the bottom of it. That's what you're looking for it to lose. You're looking for it to lose the bottom of it, and you're looking for it to create an imbalance. It created a massive imbalance here, right? So you're going to be looking to short this on the way back up. Now, there's a couple places where you can look to put your orders, right? You can look to put your order here right at the start of it. Some people like marking out the bodies. Some people like marking out the top of it. You shouldn't really mark out the top. And then depending on where, what has happened up here, there's different places where you can put your stops, right? Like you could put your stop up here for sure. You could put your stop above the last candle right here, that last candle that made the drop. If you need it a little bit closer. You could honestly even put your stop above here, but I don't like to do that. What I like to do for entries is so if I was looking to enter in on this position short, we would be entering a short position here, right? My stop would probably be here. I would put my stop here. And the way I would do my entries, and then we would be targeting much lower, like this would be a target of like 90, whatever it is. The first profit target would be here for me. So how I would do my entries is the first entry would be here. The first entry would be a front run of this. So the first entry would be here, and it would just be a little bit. And the second entry would be here, maybe on the body, and it would be a lot. Or it would be a little bit more. And then the next entry would be here, and then it would be a little bit more. And then their last entry, the last entry I like to put like within the fair value gap. So the last entry would be probably up here, or like up here on this thing, like on the last on this, and it would be a huge entry, right? So this is like how big your orders are. So a lot of times you don't get hit the last one, but like you're gonna get filled, and when you get filled, you have a really good entry, right? So you can manage the trade a little bit easier then. So why is that the swing and not the one on the left? The swing that we're looking at that they lost is this, right? This swing. Right? You understand why that's the swing, right? The market moves like this. So when it takes out the last swing, that's when you look for a reversal. So you can see here, and it needs to close above, right? Like right here, they made a new high. So you don't really count this as the swing, or you don't count this as a swing. Some people do, you can, but like you can't take full positions here, you know what I mean? If you are playing this as the swing, because it did work here, right? But it, you know, it didn't create any imbalance, and like, you know, it did lose this swing. This was the first sign. This was the second sign where it created a little bit of an imbalance here, even as it lost this, you know? Like you can take trades like that, but you need to understand containment, right? Where's the containment, right? So if the market moves like this, when I talk about containment, I talk about this area, right? This to this until we have a new gain. That's the containment, right? So the containment here is right here to right here. Not having closes above doesn't count, right? Like that you're still contained in this envelope, right? So this is the envelope that needs to lose. So they need to lose the bottom of it. When they lose the bottom of it, then that's a reversal sign. Now, having a, you know, doing something like this where they dart above and then they sell it off real quick, that's also a reversal sign, right? It's just not as good of one, but it is one for sure, especially on higher time frames. It is one, you know what I mean? That's why on the weekly right now, the weekly is about to close. The weekly is going to close in like 3 hours, right? So we needed to make a new high above this, right? So if we don't, you know, it's a pretty good sign that we're going down, right? Same thing as what's happened on the 1 hour, you know what I mean? Exact same what's going on the 1 hour right now. You know, on the 1 hour, they had to make a new close above, right? They had to make a new close above this. It's the exact same shit, man. They had to make a new close above this. They had to make a higher high and close above. They didn't. They tried and they failed. Once you really get good at price action, you could even take trades right here because you understand that they tried to make an attempt here and they blasted down. So the next time that the price touches this level, you can take trades there. And you can put stops here. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more advanced though. But once you really understand what's going on, those are the kind of moves that you're going to be making. You know, like understanding that how important this is and how important this is when the price is making new highs. You know, it's a pretty telltale sign, right? Like if they gain this area and they gain it aggressively, we're probably heading higher. If they do some bullshit like this where they just peak out and then you know, it gets smashed down, we're probably headed lower. And then the previous high turns into like the important spot, right? The important spot turns into the level that you're watching, right? So like we made new highs. No, we made new highs here on this candle right here. This candle right here, they made new highs. Then they got smashed down. So the next candle up, honestly, you could have taken a short here with stops right here. You know what I mean? Because if they gain it there, then it's no good. But you know, that kind of risk is so small. You know, even if you get stopped out half the fucking time, who cares? It doesn't matter because the risk is so small. You know, like if you took a short here, and like you would be you wouldn't even be targeting. You'd still be targeting lower than where we are now. You know what I mean? The very least, you'd be targeting the liquidity underneath this for the first PT. You know, like look at the RR on that trade. It's crazy, right? Like you're talking about like 37 risk to reward. So you can, even if you're gonna get stopped out a few times, it doesn't really matter, man. Like the one time that you make it is gonna make up for 37 tries. You know what I mean? So even if you got stopped out, you know, even if you got stopped out 10 times and one time won, the one time is gonna make up for everything. You know what I mean? And like if you look at this shit happens over and over again, man. It really does. Sometimes it doesn't work as well as that right there. But like the previous high is very, very important, right? You can see there's reactions to that shit all the time. Yeah. It's the previous high. You know, there's many reactions to it. It's all over the fucking chart. Like there's tons of them all over. Like we're talking like multiple ones per day, you know, that you could take on that. But that one's a little bit harder to see, you know what I mean, and harder to master, because like you really need to be patient for that. Like you need to have your target, like you need to have your order right at the level, right? You know, and sometimes you miss by just like a little bit. It's kind of a pain. But you know, and you have to make you really need to make sure that your risk is in check. You can't be risking much for those. So honestly, a lot of times you're gonna get stopped out. Did that answer any of your questions, PJ? I hope so. Did I show you some swings? What do you mean? Did you join? You're in the Discord, yeah, PJ? Good. When you're breaking down trades for yourself, just post them in the Discord. Either me or Craftsman or BDP trading will help, or you know, there's people out there that will break down your. Oh, Bjorn, okay, yeah, there's people out there that will break down your chart and help, you know what I mean, so to help you understand a little bit more. You know, like I make it look easy because I've literally been doing this for 15 years, man, so like that's why it's a little bit easier for me. But like when you first start, it's a little bit harder to see everything. But at this point, it's like, for me, it's like second nature, man. I can look at a chart for 1 second and know exactly what's going on. But yeah, what do you mean swings? What else do you want to see? A lot of trades are taken in, you know, there's like two types of trades really. There's like a continuation and a reversal. So, you know, the markets are always trending, right? They're always trending in one direction or the other. So it's either going up or it's going down. So, you know, you want to try to get involved here and capture this move on a bigger time frame. So like, this is the 4 hour. This is the 4 hour. And then when you're here on the 15 minute or even the 5 minute, you're looking at this move coming down, right? Approaching this or approaching something, a fair value gap or whatever, right? Previous high, whatever, area of interest. So when the price is coming down like this, you're just looking for a reversal pattern. So there's two types of reversal patterns that I tend to look at. One is a gain with aggression, so it leaves a gap here, a retest of the gap, and then go. So when it goes, you're looking back on the 4 hour and you're trying to capture the 4 hour move, right? Not the 5 minute move. You're just entering on the 5 minutes. You use the 5 minutes to enter or the lower time frame to enter because it's you get way better entries. It's the charts are giving you signals way before on a smaller time frame, right? Like the smaller time frames, they give you signals way earlier than if you wait for like a 1 hour signal. Thanks for that follow, man. I appreciate you. Good morning. Good morning. So you find it difficult? You showed me one purple candle that got broken. Why is it exactly that purple candle? Do I take trades every day in live? Yeah, mostly. Right now the market's closed, right? But mostly I trade the ES and crypto and Bitcoin and Ethereum usually. But mainly the ES. I have 200k in funding through Apex. You want to pass the challenge? Yeah, it's all good, man. Just you can come here. I'll show you how to do it. So again, PJ, I just don't understand what you're talking about, right? Looking back on this, like, do you want to use this as an example again? Okay, I'll break it down one more time for you, PJ. Was a mix. If you just Google mainline trades, you'll find our Discord, or it might be posted on Kick. I don't know. Most of the people are on Twitch. This is usually not the time I trade. I'm on here too. Usually I come on here for the London session and then leave. I forgot today was Sunday, so that's why I'm just doing like a quick breakdown to help you guys trade it. Yeah, anyway, so let's get back to PJ here. So you don't understand what don't you understand? You don't understand why this is the important candle? Just clear this off again. You don't understand why that's the important candle. Okay, it's pretty easy, man. So this is this. Yeah, all I do is talk about price action, Brian. That's how I trade. So this is this. So yeah, like you know, it's pretty easy to see, right? Like for here it gained, so you know, this is the last one was here, and then it held, and then it pumped, and then the last swing that was made after the high was here. So this is the important one to hold. You know, looking back at here too, you can look back at this here again. So this was coming down here. This is the important one to gain. Once it gained it, created a swing here. This is the important one to hold here for this to continue, right? Failed. Held the bottom though. Re-achieved. Gained it with a gap. Entry. Gained. A new gain above this. This one's the important one to hold. You know, it's important to look at you know, it's important to look at you know, the different time frames too, right? Like what's going on in the different time frames. This is just the 1 hour that we're looking at. This is also like all this is like a weekly, right, too. Or daily. Yeah, all this was like part of daily. So like when this happened here, you know, you're gaining above the last swing, right? Oh, I forgot to mention everyone. Sorry, Craftsman, man. I'm a little tired. I forgot today was even fucking Sunday, dude. Yeah, Wazzy Mix. No worries, brother. Come back. Check out the Discord. We're at. Just type in mainline trades on Google. You'll find it. When am I going live next? Probably did you join? I don't know. Is it like what's going on here, man? I want to. I'll probably go live again later, man, because I wanna watch the candle, right? Like the BTC weekly is coming up, man. If we don't close the weekly up here, it closes in like, what is it? 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 hours, man. So if we don't close the weekly above this, like I'll be looking to get short and like hedge my whole fucking position. Yeah, I can check your chart in Discord here. We can look at it together. Yeah, they're holding but not strong. They held here. Can I not do this? No. Wish I could draw on here. I was looking at the 1 hour here before. So the 1 hour they did hold, right? They held this. So they are holding. They held this here, no closes below, and then they held it. But, you know, it's the weekly is going to be more telling, the weekly close. Like if this doesn't pump in the next 3 hours, and which it doesn't look like it's going to, man. Like it doesn't, it needs to go back above here. Like we need to have weekly closes up here. So if it doesn't do that, I'll be looking to take like a bigger short hedge, even if we do pump it after. Even if they pump it up to here and like, you know, test this again, I'll be looking to hedge my whole fucking portfolio and probably take like a $500 leverage trade somewhere around here, like risking $500. because I want to try to hedge the whole fucking position that I have and just leave it just in case. You know what I mean? I only took 1.5% PT on my crypto positions. One. Hardly anything. I really was expecting this to go a little bit higher, man. We're trying to hold in there for right now. So I just wanted to come and have like a quick stream with you guys, see if you guys have any questions. It's kind of easy right now. The markets are closed, right? Because you don't have to concentrate on anything. Your questions are answered. All right, good. For now, anyway, right? I'm sure there'll be more. There always is. But really, learning price action is not really the hard part. You know, you can learn price action in a month if you're really focused. Maybe takes maybe a few months to actually understand it. I do live trading here. I live trade everything, man. But the markets are closed now. Well, except for crypto. All my funding is in futures. I'm Apex funded trader, 200K. Yeah, gold futures. I can trade whatever, right? I can trade gold futures. I can trade FX futures. So the euro futures, same chart as FX. Gold, Bitcoin, the ES or the S&P 500 or SPY. It's all the same chart. The NASDAQ 100 or the NQ. I don't usually trade that one because it moves a little fast. I usually trade the ES. And then sometimes gold and sometimes Bitcoin. Those are the main three that I trade most of the time. I'm not like super taking tons of trades though all the time, boys. Like I trade like, you know, I look for like 1 or 2 entries. That's it. Or like I'll do a trade, profit target, re-entry, and then that's it for the day. I try to get it at the start of the session. That's usually when all the volume is. So start of London or start of New York, or both. How would you know where the appropriate place to get a stop loss? I don't know. It really depends, man. Depends on the risk, right? Like when you lose a swing, like this is the swing lost, right? So when the price comes to that level, that's the level that you're looking to short. So, you know, you could put your stop up here. You could put your stop just above the last candle here. Because honestly, if it starts going up into here, it's probably going to gain. So that's one way to do it. Or you could, if you want to have an aggressive stop, you could put your stop above this. It's kind of the 3 spots to put it. How many pips do I get in a week? It varies, man. I don't really measure in pips. I measure in dollars. Last week I made $2,000 on just the futures, not counting crypto. With crypto, it was a lot more. I don't really pay attention too much to the crypto holdings, even though there's a ton in there. Just the trades was about $2,000 last week. You lost 300? Yeah, it's all good, man. Comes and goes, right? Oh, 10 funded accounts. That's brutal, man. Which platform do you use for funding? Do I trade on the start of my live? Depends, man. Like, I usually sit down around like 8. So if there's a trade to be had, I'll take it. If there's not, then I'll wait. You know what I mean? It really just depends on what the chart says. Sometimes there's some days there's no trades. You know what I mean? If I'm not, I don't chase trades. Honestly, guys, like I'm in a position in my life now where I don't even need to fucking trade. You know? So I honestly just come here to trade a little bit and to shoot the shit with you guys and help new traders, because I know how hard it was when I first started. Funded next. Yeah, I never tried that one. I'm on Apex. You really want to pass? You should look at Apex, man. Apex, you can pass the accounts in one fucking day. So buy the accounts when they're on sale, buy 10, and then just go balls to the wall on each trade, and trade them one account at a time. At the end, you'll probably have like 4 passed, and then just work on those 4 for moving forward. Something like that, and then you can get accounts at Apex for cheap, man. When they're on sale, you can get them for $16 sometimes. Last time they had $16 sale, I bought 10 accounts. I got 3 out of 10 funded. And when I try to fund them, I just buy, like, you know, the trades are unreasonable, right? Like, you're trying to pass the whole account in one swing. So like I would have bought, you know, I would have took a trade here when we lost this level. I would have entered here, and by the time we reached here, I would have already passed the account. You know what I mean? Even on a 15-minute level, it would have been yeah, right there. Yeah, this would have, just this move alone would have passed the whole account, or I would have failed. If it blasted up here, I would have just failed that account, blew it up, and moved along to the next account. With Apex, as soon as you pass, you're into the mix. There's no phase 1 or anything. It's just like you can pass them in one day. Link's really not working again, man. Yeah. You can see the affiliate link is on that link or on the Discord for Apex. I really would only recommend, I don't know anything about funded next, but I mean whatever works, or it doesn't really matter. But the Apex and Top Step are the only ones that I would recommend. There's a lot of like new fucking shady fucking, you know, prop firms that are out there and just take your money and go. Yeah, and they won't pay you out. I've heard it's monthly pay. What do you mean it's monthly pay? You need to pay monthly to have the account? You really should move over to Apex, I think, bud. All right, PJ. Yeah, man. Backtest. If you have questions, let me know, bro. Backtesting is huge, right? Because it really gives you the confidence in what you're doing. So the more screen time you get and the more you do the shit, just because like this shit just keeps reoccurring, right? In the markets. So, you know, you'll start seeing things over and over again, patterns, right? These patterns that they happen all the time. Yeah, it's all good, bro. I trade live here for you guys to learn. Yeah, you should get out of that shit, man. That doesn't sound like a good deal. Even Top Step, you don't pay. There's no monthly fee. Once you pass the combine, there's no fee. So I don't understand. Like with Apex, you can pass in one day. So once you pass, you have to pay $100 and something to activate it. Once it's activated, there's no fee. Yeah, I usually I tag everybody in Discord. I forgot today, sorry. Little spaced out today. I thought today was fucking Monday. Yeah, so for Apex, it's like for a 50k account, if you get it on sale, what does this say? Or let me just see here. Yeah, okay, I understand that. I understand that you need to pay while you're in the combine. You shouldn't be in the combine for more than one fucking day. That's why Apex is so good, right? Because you can just fucking pass the combine in one day. You can pass the eval account in one day, or fail it. Even if you fail it, you're not paying anymore. You know what I mean? Like you're paying, if you get them on sale, you pay either $16 if it's a 90% off sale, or you pay $33 if it's a full on, or if it's a 80% off sale. So you take that, let's say you paid $16 for the account. You take that $16 and you put it all on the line, the whole $60 of it on the first trade. And you're either trying to pass that account the first fucking trade, or you're failing it. And if you fail it, there's no reoccurring fee. It's just the account gets canceled. And if you pass it, you move into the fucking funded account, and then you can start making money right away. You just need to activate it. It's like $150 or something like that to activate it. And then I'd recommend when they have a sale, just buy a bunch of accounts, trade them one at a time, and see how many you can pass. And then by the end of the 10, you'll probably have like 3 or 4 passed. And then you can copy trade 3 or 4 in Quant Tower. And then move along. Now there are payout restrictions. You need to make a certain amount of money before you can get paid out. But if you know what you're doing, it's fine. Not a big deal. Even if it takes you a couple months, it's fine. How much for the funded account? I have right now I currently have 200k in funding. I'll be looking to add to that. I'll be looking to add more. I have 4 50k accounts. Next time Apex has a sale, I'll buy 10. I usually just do 10 at a time. Let's see how many we can pass. So I guess it's gonna be it for right now, boys. Maybe I'll come back later for the evening session. I really want to see how this Bitcoin candle closes. It'll probably be today. I'll come back, but again, it won't be for long. It'll just be I'm gonna move some money into Bybit and look to enter a short position. Probably risk around $500 leveraged. So we'll see what kind of leverage we can get on it. I'd like to see at least one more pump. Yeah, boys. Thank you all for dropping in. Keep an eye on the Discord for the notifications. I'll also send them out on Twitter and all the other socials too. Peace.
to never let it get you down. For every disbelief, and every little defeat, try to never let it get you down. Don't give up, don't stop trying. You'll do it, you will rise one day. There will be some meaning to sacrifice. Don't give up, don't stop trying. Though the vision seems far away, you never really know how close you are. You never really know how close you are. For every tear cried, every sleepless night, try to never let it get you down. For every disbelief and every little defeat, try to never let it get you down. Don't give up, don't stop trying. You'll do it, you will rise one day. There will be some meaning to sacrifice. Don't give up, don't stop trying. Though the vision seems far away, you never really know how close you are.